tour. We came here. We stopped in Liberty Square. It was downtown, so it's a part of Miami. And you know, everybody want to be seen and heard, but this is a moment in time. This is a moment in time, and so we here at Jason's spot. So I know that you've seen the last movie or the video clip when they did Liberty Square raising from Liberty Square, but we're in this same facility right here, right? And so on this tour, it's an arts and entertainment tour. It's an urban path tour. And so the Commissioner Christine King sponsored it. We got Broadway. And so when you're growing up, you always start with your gift or wanting to draw or do something. And so art has become a staple here in Miami. And so if you can draw, you're cool. So it's no longer if you can just shoot. But if you can draw, you can be cool. If you have that gift. So artists hang with law artists and they help build the beauty of it and tell the stories through these expressions. Dante? Okay, let me get him. Hold on, y'all. Dante, Tawana wants you for a second. Tawana called you. So Miss Tawana wants you. In the kitchen. And so this is Miss Influence and Laid Back. You're going to see a lot of community leaders here, right? She brought out the AKAs. They're doing a service here in this community. Hey, Damien. Hey, cousin. Yeah, we over here in Liberty City, in Liberty Square. They had a bus tour today about the urban path. You gonna bust it down for them? You gonna do your dance? That's a Jackson alumni. Oh, they cut the music off, so that's our nephew, y'all, best friend. Okay, that's Broadway, so you get to see. Now, Dante helped him put the frozen cups out here, so we're gonna bring them back by, okay. See, that's some frozen cups, so people can have memory of what we used to do. We see them pineapples in there fruit cocktails. My mama used to make them, right, Damien? Look at these good frozen by Boneless. Look what she did. That's the one putting the frozen cup out. That's the big mama of the community right there. That's Jason.
Celebrating the day that we received our freedom from the United States, that they finally decided that they had made a mistake and that we deserve the freedom that everyone else in this country deserves. So to celebrate that, we had a group of people come in, some of our black doctors from the community, both those honoring those who have passed and honoring those who are still here working in the trenches, making sure that our elderly and our children are well and that they have access to proper health care. And to do some of this, we brought in some work. So some of the artwork that you see was a part of that celebration. Some of these are pieces from the African Heritage Social Arts Center, which you will visit later on today. And some of these are pieces from a local Haitian American artist who expresses his freedom through artwork. We also have one of those artists here. I'm going to start with him last because he's going to speak about that work. But if we go in order from this wall, all of the abstract art that you see was all done by Emmanuel Lebeau. All of these pieces are untitled. When I had a conversation with him about why he chose to be an abstract artist when that's not something that is as popular as it once was, he said it was because it gave him the freedom to express himself in ways that other people can't. It also gives him the expression to play with colors and not have to be so stuck on the human face that all of you can look at this work and you can all see your different things, whether you see, like the piece behind me reminds me of a field of flowers, or whether you see sadness, or whether you experience joy. You can get all of that through abstract work, so that's some of the work that he has. These pieces that go on this wall are all pieces from the African Heritage Cultural Arts Center. We're going to start with Mark Delmont. This is a piece that
I'm gonna
he
take
had
y'all over there to the
called
picture.
Papers at the African Heritage Cultural Arts Center. They were kind enough to let us borrow that for today. These two pieces right here, the two gray ones, are by two artists from Cameroon, from the African continent. And this is Madeline Madiba. This first one right here is called The Red Bag. And this one right here is called In the Name of the Grandmother, the Mother, and the Daughter. The next piece you have here is by Kevin Kahindo Katindin, which is a photo called Handa 3. And then we're going to end with this one piece by Fred Moline. So Fred Moline happens to be here. I don't typically say this, but Fred is one of my favorite artists, low-key. I got a chance to run into him in person
That's
here
Fred,
a
y'all.
few years ago. And I was really excited to see his work.
See his work?
And I'm very excited to see him grow. And for any of you who are really interested in art, if you get in touch with me by the end of, before you leave on your tour, I'm putting together, we haven't set the date yet, we're going to put together a tour of his work for those who are really interested. But Fred is here now. He's going to tell us a little bit more about the piece and his work. Fred?
So this piece is called Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 through 11. Pretty much, I use this inspiration from two of my nieces. Their mom has been dealing with depression. So, you know, as an uncle, I always encourage my nieces to do good. So I picked this verse because we pretty much explain two hands are better than one. We live in a society where to make a big community, we always got to help each other. So as the older sister, I always tell them, man, look after your sister. If your sister falls down, pick her up. Don't just let her be down there and shame whoever kind of brings you guys down. So I always tell them that work together no matter what. You know, even when their mom's going through depression and she's weak, always be strong for her. So I use this pretty much based on my Haitian culture. Mental health wasn't explained often, so which is, you know, kind of sad a little bit, but you know, since I'm a psychiatric nurse practitioner, I make that very important to my nieces and to the young black individuals now. Whether you have little cousins, little brothers, little sisters, even adults, we always want to pick each other up, especially in the black community, because we need each other, right? So all my pieces all involve, you know, God. I always incorporate God. As you can see, it's a cross here, which means that, you know, I express myself through God and use God to express all my pieces.
So y'all can see we in Liberty
It's important to
Square.
have working spaces like this. This is a non-traditional space. Probably when you see this, you know, you've driven past here, you've been here for a baby shower or some type of reception. This is a community center. That's what it is. They service the community. But just because this is a community center doesn't mean that we can't. Use this for alternative projects and that we can't bring art here. One of the things I love about Sugarcane is that I try to choose artists who do really good work both locally and internationally. But just because they're very good and they can sell in Europe and they can
Y'all
sell
share
to
the line.
wealthy people, does not mean that people in neighborhoods like this should not have access to them. Because if we have to be completely honest, most of those people came from neighborhoods just like this.
That's true.
And so we should have access to that same type of work that you can get at the Pettis Art Museum, that you can get the Rubel Collection. Those artists come from these neighborhoods, and we should be able to see that type of work here. I want to thank Jason for introducing me to the Liberty Square, and I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about the space and some of the programs that he does. Jason?
So, welcome everybody. This is the Liberty Square Community Center and Gallery. We function it as a gallery also for youth programming, senior programming. We work with Nathaniel Joseph. He was on the tour with you guys. He is the community liaison
History,
manager
y'all. A
for
part of
the Lady
history,
Murder.
y'all.
And we also are getting ready to open up a digital
Hey,
arts
Desiree.
program here. And it's going to be free to
TikToker.
Liberty City residents, youth ages 12 and up. But I am considering 10-year-olds and 11-year-olds, depending, you know, on their interests. But that's going to be free, offered to the class, and they're going to be learning fashion design, logo design, web design, and digital arts.
Right here in Liberty Square,
We're going to
in
be
the city, y'all.
simulating some of those
be in Miami.
informations to a few of the partners that we have here for this tour, so we can get the word out and just,
Community
this is a space
collaborations.
that we're going to be having different activations and things like that. So please keep it, you know, on your mind, and hopefully
Share
you guys
live,
enjoy
y'all.
the art. And thank you again for coming. Question?
If
That's
I
the
was an
art.
artist, could I come and bring
I
my
did
work
Lil
in?
Haiti.
Yeah. So what we do is we have usually around 3 to 4 exhibits per year. So just based on the theme, I would be the person to contact. So just you can get my information. But we are doing ongoing exhibits and stuff. So to answer your question, yes.
What will be the process for making that kind of thing? This is my first time seeing all of this. Is there going to be anything to prove that starts us to dialogue about how we work together to make that happen? Yeah, so that we leave here today.
Talking about how we gonna unite the community, y'all. Because it's beautiful in here, but outside, it's a different color.
Mr. Weeks, to one act. Those are some of the projects we need on this particular tour. This is our, getting off the ground and things. So I'm working closely with them on a lot of different projects.
Mr. Weeks.
That information would be given to each one of us. Any more questions? You guys just look around. We have some food up to the back.
What's your most memorable moment about doing art?
About doing art, I would say watching my daughter, because she's a better artist than me. And it's like you have to have humility, because she's like only 12, and she already can draw better than me, she can paint better than me, she can do all the mediums better than me, you know. But it's humbling at the same time, because now I'm so engaged into her art career.
Thank you
I just got
so
a
much.
bunch of different mediums, charcoal and different things, so she can expand her stuff.
Thank you
That's
so
kind of where
much.
my interest is, and my favorite part of art. Another part would be getting your stuff sold. Getting a piece sold, doing a mural. I did a mural for Dr. Mendengal. That was kind of big for my art career, being the esteemed person that she is. So it brought a lot of notoriety to myself, and that was very fun as well.
Your father sort of helped buy something too?
Yes.
How you doing? All right.
We have to leave.
Okay.
Thank you, Jason.
I'm gonna take y'all on the tour. We going through Miami. Well, y'all part of history because y'all on this live. But I'm gonna make sure I include y'all in this video. Okay?
Picture, come this way. Taller people in the back. George, get in the picture. Y'all get your phones up. Get your frozen cup for the picture. Y'all need to get a frozen cup.
They gotta get a frozen cup, y'all. Okay, wait. Can you hold this? You keep that running.
Okay. It's on live. Go ahead, it's on live.
Nick, you up there? Get this way. Nice, hold on.
Doing this.
Keep doing that. Give me one more. One more.
All right.
Frozen cup and bus.
That's how we get done. All right, go ahead, do it for 'em. Hey, thank you, just give it up. Let's get it up. Just give it up. in Liberty Square. All right. Miami Northwestern picnic is this weekend, Saturday coming up. We on the urban tour, y'all. Y'all get to see it. Y'all see it.